When you woke up today, were you trying to get arrested?
I mean, I had hoped what would happen was what happened last week and the week before, that I could walk peacefully out of the building with these families so they could reunite with their kids and continue to make their application for asylum. That is all I wanted.
So how are you feeling?
Whew, I mean, I feel angry. I feel sad. I wanted to see Edgardo be able to get out of the building. I'm going to be fine. I lost a button on my jacket, but I've got a good lawyer. I'll sleep in my bed tonight. He's in ICE detention. He has no lawyer. He's been stripped of status and due process.
So when you talk, what were you doing? In what building was it, and what were you doing in that hallway with him?
Yeah, so that was what we call the Federal Building, 26 Federal Plaza, and there's immigration hearings in it. This is the third week I've gone. And what started about 3 weeks ago is that the Department of Homeland Security has been moving essentially to strip people of their status. They were supposed to, they filed asylum applications for the most part, and they should get a hearing on whether they've got credible fear of violence or repression. Now DHS is stripping them of that. And then as soon as the case is over, they don't even know what's happening. And, you know, they don't speak English for the most part. They've had some translation. Then they walk out of the courtroom, and as they walk to the elevator, ICE agents grab them up. So
what happens is the lawyers for the government say we want to drop the case, right? Like, we don't want... these are people who are showing up for their court date.
Yeah, they crossed at the border and checked in.
They checked in.
And then they got
showed up at the court date. They showed up. The government says to drop it, and then the ICE folks nab them.
As soon as they walk toward the elevator lobby. And so what we've been doing the last 3 weeks is observing in court, trying to advise, you know, give them a little bit of, you know, you should object. Like you have an appeal right. And then when they walk out, we just, you know, walk arm in arm. And 5 of the 7 families I've walked out with over the last 3 weeks, we were able to get in the elevator and exit the building, and they could go back home to their families. And I mean, they were shaking in the elevator. And when they got out, I just felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing as an elected official who cares about the rule of law. And these are New Yorkers. But yes, then today, in 2 cases, a guy named Zed, who speaks Yoruba, and then Edgardo, who is in that picture. We're not so lucky.
So what happened? Was Zed before this?
Zed was before
So what happened there?
Our arms were not linked quite so tightly.
And they just grabbed him?
Just grabbed him.
What do you say to people who say that they have the authority, that you're essentially obstructing the law here?
I mean, they've changed the rules. Until about 3 weeks ago, if you did what you were supposed to do, you would eventually get your credible fear hearing. And when the rules are changed, and even people who do what they're supposed to can't count on not being scooped up and deported, that's bad for everyone when people don't think the rules matter. And that really is what authoritarianism is, when the rules can be changed at any minute, and you can't count, even if you do what you're supposed to, file your asylum application, come to court on your court date. Of course, people won't start doing that. So all we want is the due process that people are supposed to get.